of the main show. There was a mutiny in the house last night, and now the rift between the purple koalas and the wolf pack is deeper than ever. That is also a sentence I'll probably never ever say again. But what else did we learn today? Well, housemates realised that Rebecca is no longer in the task room. Why is it that when girls scream, they kind of jump like that with their feet? I find it very weird. And you know what? I think Aaron would make a really decent Strictly judge. As you saw earlier in the show, Tom had to fight off a great big dumb white-haired monster.
I think you're stronger than Tom.
But I do love her. I do love Alex. And it looks like Tom has lost his willy in the ensuing brawl. So, on to tonight's panel. If you had to book a guest for one of 5 Star's highest rating reality spin-off shows, you might need somebody like Shola Amma. Next up is a man who aspires to go on Dragon's Den to pitch pita bread with zips. I don't know about them, but I'm certainly out. It's comedian and blogger Tiernan Duyeb. Duyeb. And like off-comp personified, she's clocked the filth in this programme and has come in to deal with it. It's Kim Woodburn! Okay, yes, good. Come take a seat. Right, let's talk about the day in snowy paradise that was tonight's show. So, Kim, were the purple koalas right to abandon the task?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Well, they weren't suffering, were they?
Well, no, but that's the whole point of it, isn't it?
Well, they were sitting in there chatting away. Why do they need to abandon? And the food bills are going to go right down. Why would you do that?
Well, I think it was a bit of payback, wasn't it, really? Yeah. For Anton, who you know...
But Harry, I mean, Harry already deprived them of food, living on bananas and cereals. You'd have thought he wouldn't have come out.
Would you have kicked off, Kim?
Well, I think it's not nice, is it? They were not suffering in there, my love. Come on.
They weren't suffering. They had been in there for 11 hours. Tiernan...
Try the jungle for 3 weeks.
I know, I was watching.
One of my tender years.
They did it in retaliation for Anton wanting to rescue Faye. Do you think sabotage was a step too far?
Yeah, I do. And I don't believe that's the reason. I don't believe Aaron really cares about Faye. He said he bought into her in this episode. What kind of chat-up line is that? Oh, I've got shares in you. I've got interest in your stocks. That's not the way you woo a lady. That's ridiculous. I don't think he really cares. It's more to annoy Anton. It's, you know, it's his petty little rivalry. Seem like the big man. He's such a slimy.
It is, but they are both doing it, aren't they? Anton said he didn't care about the shopping budget or anything. All he wanted to do was piss off Aaron and Faye.
Yeah, that's true.
So kind of fair's fair at the end of the day. They're both doing it to each other. Shola, whose side are you on?
Neither of them at the moment. It's really weird because Aaron I didn't like, and then his whole like Hugh Grant bumbling fool thing became a little bit endearing, and now I've started to like dislike him again. And then Anton, I thought that he was doing it like tongue-in-cheek, like a joke.
Yeah.
And what I realised is he's actually so arrogant that it's messing with his brain.
Yeah.
So,
but at least it's more entertaining.
Yes.
At least seeing a man have a breakdown
definitely
is more entertaining than someone just being smug.
Yeah, but I think this is where the line always comes, doesn't it? We always say, and we've said it repeatedly on the show, you know, do we keep someone for entertainment value, or do we keep the people that are actually genuinely nice? And that's where, you know, everyone kind of differs.
Entertainment value.
In your opinion, who was right, the wolf pack or the purple koalas? Purple koalas?
I don't like Anton. Anton, I just want him out, like, completely. He's just so sly.
Anton's got to go.
Does anybody think the wolf pack were right? Yes. Oh, let's go to you. Hello, young man.
Hi, the wolf pack were right.
Why?
Well,
you can't come on here and put your hand up and not speak.
They did the challenges. to get the prizes, and in the end, those lot came out to get back at Anton, but it doesn't really just affect Anton, does it?
No, it doesn't just affect Anton, it kind of does affect the whole house. Now, Jay thinks the purple koalas should be punished. Should they? Yes. Yes? Yes? Let's go to you. I've never seen you before.
Hi. No, I think they should, but I think what they should do to punish them is to pair Aaron up with Anton, and then maybe, I don't know, Jem with Louise.
Chain them together, maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody think they shouldn't be punished?
No, I don't think they should be punished at all.
No?
No, because it's going to cause more arguments, isn't it? So that's what we want. So that's what I want anyway.
Well, again, that's where the divide comes. Some people want arguments and some people want the niceness. And I think isn't that what Big Brother's about? It's about having a different experience, whereas the experience they all kind of want in the house is to live life like they do on the outside. But that's kind of, again, you know. So how do you think the Wolfpack could have annoyed them more, Kim?
Well, could they have?
Well,
I can't
Harry
understand.
made a good point where he said they should have played it clever and got me and Aaron out first, and then they would have got the shopping budget.
Don't you think this is all getting very silly? They're like a big soft...
We love it, Kim!
Well, I mean, I do myself. But, I mean, they're all this getting and biting and nagging and spiting. Big soft tarts.
Shola, Louise said tonight that the house had gone into meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
Can it come back from that, do you think?
I think it depends on who leaves on Friday. I think that always kind of smooths things over, you know, depending on who goes. I do think Anton's going to go, but I wish Aden would go because he just doesn't do anything. And I just think he doesn't really have much integrity. He kind of just floats about. And I think that maybe when him and Aaron get out, they should go on a hunt for their balls.
Well, things were no better this morning after Big Brother confirmed that they had failed the task. Look at this.
If I don't have cigarettes, I think by the end of this week I'd have ripped doors off. I would be the worst person in the world.
It's only like 24 to 48 hours for the actual nicotine to get out of you.
No, it's not that, because I've tried to quit before. I can't quit.
Of course you can quit, anybody.
But I'm not quitting.
I'm not telling you to quit, I'm just saying you can quit.
I know I can quit, but I don't want to quit. At all.
Rebecca would want you to quit.
Don't use Rebecca ever in an argument against me. Don't.
She wants you.
Just don't use Rebecca in arguments against me.
God, grow up, Hads.
Grow up.
It's good for your health.
You've just cost us.
No.
Well, this whole thing's just cost us like 200 odd quid. I'm really not in the mood.
I think people need to relax a bit more. It's food.
And some people are donuts.
Some people are donuts. He just can't stop thinking about food because he's only got £100 to live off. So they're on a basic budget. Do we think that Aaron and Harry are playing a better game than Big Brother? Yes. Yes?
Yes, they are. It's great television and we need to keep it up. And I think what they should do is to change the budget to have half the house with the food budget and half without to mix it up a bit.
Oh, get this man a job on the task team, everybody. Aden is annoyed that he might not get his turkey Twizzlers. Shock horror. How would you comfort him?
You shouldn't be eating turkey Twizzlers anyway. They're
Jamie
wrong.
Oliver would be appalled.
Exactly that. Do you know what? I don't think the man needs comforting. All he needs one of his team leaders, like either Jay or Anton, just go, don't be worried, and he wouldn't be. He's like a little hunchback lackey, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He'll do it, I won't be annoyed then. He'll just do anything they say. It doesn't matter. He hasn't got a mind of his own. They just go, you're not annoyed. I'm not annoyed anymore. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he does. He is kind of the leader of the pack,
He needs an opinion for himself.
Now, Shola, basic budget seems to be able to be a breeze for Alex after her time in Africa, where all she left on was rice and chocolate.
I love
Do you
her.
adore her spirit?
I do. I think she's great. I think what did it for me was the spray tan. I know so many people love that.
It was fantastic.
Even today when they walked into the task room and everybody else was screaming and jumping and she was just like, really?
What is this?
Yeah, I do.
What
I
have
love
I
Alex.
walked into?
Yeah.
Now, Kim, I would like you to re-watch a little clip from something that we saw earlier on in tonight's show and tell me what you make of Aden and the spoon.
Hang on now. That's all. Cool.
Good.
So, just in case anybody wasn't watching anywhere in the studio, so he picks up a dirty towel off the floor, which looks like a bath towel, dries his spoon with it, throws it back on the floor of the kitchen, and he actually does eat his cereal with that spoon. So, Kim, please tell me what you think.
Well, a lot of them in there have been shocking with the tidiness, haven't they? But that's gross, isn't it, Dick? I mean, they could have been drying their bums on that towel.
Exactly. Jay might have shaved the hair onto that towel.
I mean, bum fluff, dear, doesn't go with a cup of tea,
nice.
does it?
We want you to tell us what you think, so please do get in touch. All of the details are on the screen now. And whilst you're there, why not save your fave?
Who steers? You decide. To see if Aaron call 09016161701. To see if our Dan call 09016161702. To see if Anton call 09016161704. To see if Fear call 09016161705. To see if Jeer call 09016161708. Calls cost 36p from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may vary, and from mobiles will cost considerably more. Or simply go to our page on Facebook, Big Brother UK, and follow the links. There's a minimum Facebook credit purchase of £1. One vote on Facebook will cost no more than 7p. For full terms, go to channel5.com/bbvote. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show.
A bit on the side. Now, I've heard that Extra Factor have been talking to us to It Takes Two behind our backs. That Mers is a snake. We're about to probe a member of the task team in the hope of an exclusive. He likes it when we do that. But first, let's go to the house where a den is taking charge.
I'm gonna pull a bit of a house meeting in a bit. I'm gonna call a house meeting in a second, not about the food, about something else. Just to say people need to like... I'm going to call a little house meeting. Just saying like... I'm going to do that quickly now. Alright people. I'm just going to say something. Where's Anton? In bed. Okay people, so what I was going to say was that to be the peacemaker again, just like... There's obviously, even I can feel it now, that there's a bit of a divide going on, and basically I think we'll all prosper more if we kind of tear down these barriers, kind of thing. Is that all right? All right, cool. No worries.
Just let it fry for a minute. Okay.
This makes life easier.
It really does make life easier. That's really weird. Now it's time for an exclusive insight into the world of Big Brother tasks. This man is the equivalent to Santa in the task team magic workshop. It's Ben Riley, everybody. So Ben, what was the psychology behind the stranded task?
Well, it was basically to split the housemates into two teams. We obviously had the stranded and the rescuers, and it was to sort of just really divide the house up and have the stranded housemates. They didn't have a lot to do, so they were sort of left feeling quite lethargic, whereas the other team were quite proactive. They were really sort of getting involved in the task, and it created a real disbalance between the two housemates.
Did you not want to divvy them up yourself? Because you kind of left that to them, didn't you?
Yeah, well, a lot of the viewers don't like it when Big Brother gets involved and picks the housemates for them, so it's always better when the housemates get to do it themselves. It's like Big Brother's not really involved. And
then you don't get blamed for manipulating anything.
Exactly, yes.
Did the segregation of the housemates have the effect that you wanted it to have?
Absolutely. I mean, kind of Faye's revolution.
Hit the fan?
It did. It went incredible, didn't it? It was really good. Sort of, yeah. Faye led her group of the stranded up against the rescuers. It created brilliant reality, didn't it? It's a great show.
Such a good show tonight.
Great show tonight, and you'll see it tomorrow as well.
So
it
it
really
continues
plays out.
on.
Absolutely.
How do you think they're going to cope on 100 quid?
Yeah, not very well. Jay don't like bananas, does he?
No, he
doesn't. They definitely
not.
want to see that shopping budget.
I know, but I quite like it when they don't get a shopping budget, though.
Yeah, I know. It does. It
Because
creates good stories, doesn't it?
It can't be easy all the time for them.
No,
do you know what I mean?
absolutely.
They need a bit of difficulty.
Absolutely.
What makes a good task?
Good task, something like Stranded, where it's got loads of layers to it. So it's sort of, you know, we created divides, we got really good reality off the back of it. It looked brilliant, I thought it looked really good sort of
It did look
task.
really good.
Really good.
It made me actually want to have a Big Brother in winter, somewhere abroad in the snow.
Yes, it looked perfect. Well, there'll be another Big Brother in winter as well, so that's
do you get annoyed when someone walks out of a task?
Yeah, of course.
Were you annoyed at what they did last night?
Sort of. I mean, you do want to see the task all play out, but again, you know, like, it was amazing, wasn't it? The reality that came off the back of Faye walking out created some really good stories.
And at least it wasn't just them going after 10 minutes, oh, I ain't doing this.
Yes.
They sat there for 11 hours.
Exactly.
And then they went, do you know what? Let's just mess with Anton a little bit.
Yeah, and we still got to see Anton do all his bit as well. We got to see a snowball fight with a Yeti. You can't be too upset with that, can you? It's brilliant.
Are some of the tasks designed to push certain housemates' buttons?
Yes, definitely. I mean, well, literally, we had the button pushing task a couple of weeks ago. Gemma and Faye sort of in together. We knew there was going to be fireworks with two sisters together, and it really delivered, I thought. You know, it was a good task. They had a bit of argument with each other. It sort of worked brilliantly for us.
And will you be doing more to Faye and Gem to kind of see how far you can push that relationship?
Yeah, I think that really worked, but I think there's other relationships as well. I mean, if we can get in Aaron and Anton, you know, something to them before Friday, that would be nice.
That would be very nice,
very
wouldn't
good, wouldn't it? And maybe if
you
they
might have
stay
to
in.
act quick on that one, though.
Yeah, maybe they'll stay in, though, and it could be for next week. You never know. You never know, do you?
Now, I understand something pretty humongous is happening down here next week.
Yes, it is.
Tell me all about it, Ben
You
Riley.
have seen, obviously, the adverts for Paranormal Activity 3.
Yep.
World premiere next week.
Okay.
In the Big Brother house.
In the Big Brother house?
Yeah, absolutely.
How is it going to work?
On the Wednesday night, red carpet goes through the house. We've got celebrities walking through. We've got housemates attending the premiere as well.
Housemates are attending?
In a bubble at the top of the stairs.
Really?
Can't tell you much more about that, but it's pretty
you
exciting.
meant to have told us that bit?
Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have done. Maybe shouldn't have.
Exclusive!
And surrounding that, we've also got, like, obviously it's a supernatural movie.
Yeah.
So 3 days of scary goings on in the Big Brother house.
Okay.
So that's going to be pretty exciting.
Is that the build-up to Halloween?
Yes, it is.
And will there be something pretty big on Halloween?
Massive, yeah. We got Halloween nominations. Another exclusive. Flash it up. Exclusive.
What do you hope to gain from the premiere being in the house and having that as like a task?
It is going to be. It's good. I can tell you another.
Are the housemates going to be able to talk to the people on the red carpet?
No. No, well, yes, the housemates going through the house will be able to talk to the people on the red carpet. Once they're outside the bubble, they won't talk to anybody.
Right.
And also, some housemates won't be going to the premiere. I can give you that as a little exclusive.
Now, we saw Mark try out for the task team.
Yes.
Shall we remind ourselves?
Yes, let's have a look at that.
Okay.
In Ghostbusters, they were told they could never cross the streams. When the boys get put into a room, they've got to wee into these little pots that are next to each other, and they've got to do it without crossing the streams. And if at any point they cross the streams, we have to stick them in a cage of a gorilla.
Does it have to involve a gorilla?
Depends if they cross the streams or not.
So did he get the job?
Well, he was pretty good, wasn't he?
I thought he was quite
He's not
good.
signed up for the task team yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But
Maybe in the future.
watch this space.
Yeah, watch the space. Why not saying no.
Ben Riley, everybody. Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you.
Now, from one psychology expert to another. Yesterday, Nikki gave Jamie a tutorial. I have to warn you, the following VT contains some distressing images.
There's always a hotbed of flirting, fighting and dubious fluids, and this year is no exception. Well, in order to get inside the housemate's skin and delve into their deranged kind of psyche, there's only one way of doing that: body language. And here to help me is Nikki. Nikki, you've been a fully qualified body language expert now for what, about 2 months? Please, be the Miyagi to my Daniel-san.
Okay, the first thing you need to know is, the moment someone sees you, 55% of how they feel is based on their initial visual interpretation.
Yeah, that's all well and good though, but sometimes appearances can be deceptive, right?
Is that a fucking nappy? Another 30% of impressions are moulded around what they hear. So the tone of your voice.
Yes.
And only about 7% is based on what you actually hear them saying.
I will kill again. All. I want my mother. She's so sexy.
And did you know people make their first judgment of you within 3 seconds of meeting you?
What? 3 seconds? I want to try that. Into cosplay. Wank 10 times a day. Incest. So men and women flirting, what are the telltale signs?
Well, women will arch their backs and men will puff their chests out, exhibiting juvenile behaviour.
Whoa, I want to fuck you! It works.
Yeah.
But Nikki, how do you tell if someone's lying?
Well, quite often people will look up to the right if they're lying.
Up and to the right, that's
Yeah.
interesting. You know
Very
what?
good way to tell.
I'm going to give it a test. Hey, am I better than Alice on this?
Yeah, you're really good, Jamie. Yeah, love the beard.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. You're fired. Out. Get your bag, get your balls, whatever you've got, and get out. Move! Yeah, get out, you liar. You're nothing. You're fucking nothing. You're not Croydon. You're nothing. You got nothing.
Jamie, you've been told you can't go firing people and you can't wear
top
nappies
right.
to work, yeah?
Top right.
Out.
You're angry, I can tell.
A bit on the side. I know that Dowling nominated us. I've worked it out because I'm really intelligent. I'm not bothered though. I am not bothered. So Friday's eviction is looming, but who's reaching their best before date? To help us decide, let's remind ourselves of how the nominees coped with a Jamie East in their faces.
Hello.
Hello, mate, you alright?
Yeah, good. What's your name?
Jay McCrea.
Jay McCrea, good name. Is that a stage name or is that your real name? You've got an interesting wrestling name, which is
Yes.
Darcy Steele.
Darcy Steele.
It's almost like your porno name, though, isn't it?
It'd be a bit of a rubbish porno.
You can remember your circumcision?
Party, yeah, I can.
Party?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are you hoping to get out of this?
Once in a lifetime experience and £100,000.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. When have you been your most angriest?
Probably when Saved by the Bell was cancelled.
Are you going to have sex in the house?
No.
No?
No! Definitely not.
Oh, if there's some disco birds, like, I'm getting me willy wet.
It says here, do you cry every time you get your hair cut?
Yeah, pretty much. I hate getting my hair cut. I hate it. You should try it. It's not a pleasant experience.
Listen, less of the lip.
Okay.
So you're not a pube kind of man?
No, shave me button too in case they want to lick me hoop.
What would you spend the £100,000 on?
I'll spend it on my mum.
All of it on your mum? Very valiant. You're just saying that though, aren't you, right? What's this?
Oh, that's the bracelet my mum bought me.
You're taking a lot of mementos in from the family?
Yeah, I'm a family man.
Have we checked inside these to check that he's not taking any narcotics?
My game plan is pretty much just to be myself and then be judged on it from that.
Have you ever tucked your genitals in between your legs and stood in front of a mirror to see what you look like as a woman?
No. Have you?
No less than 5 housemates up for eviction this weekend. The house is pretty tense, but who will we miss the most? Kim, it's Faye's second week up. Can she survive, do you think?
I think she will, actually.
Yeah?
I say it's going to be Aidan or Anton. Yeah. I think but I think Anton will survive. I'm sorry to say this, because young Aidan's very boring. bless him. I mean, Anton's hateful, but good, isn't it?
Okay.
He
Well,
is.
still, Tin, and still on Faye for a second. Now that Jem's kind of come into the house, we can kind of see a slight stroppiness of her magnified a little bit. You know, she was not very happy when she picked Jay over her, and there have been like other things. Do you think it could seal her fate?
Well, I don't know, because I know you say stroppiness, but I actually think it's a stronger stroppiness. She's not an emotional wreck as much.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know,
actually.
I know sibling rivalry. I've got a younger brother. If I'm going to
Yeah.
lose face in front of anyone, it's not going to be him.
Yes.
I'm going to be far tougher and brave in front of him to make sure I don't look like a prick that he can take the piss out of me at Christmas for the rest of my life.
And
So, you know, that's what it feels like with them. She's going to be a bit tougher around.
As much as they have that competition, there is also a real loveliness about them as well, isn't there? I think.
Yeah,
her
there
and
seems
Jem.
to be some comforting going on. Now, after the first couple of days
Yes.
went by,
Yeah.
now they realise they're kind of a team in the house.
Yeah.
I think that may end up... Oh, how could Aaron turn down kinky wrestling? Jesus. What an idiot.
Shola.
I'm still stunned that she picked Jay over her sister. Me and my sister are really close, and if my sister did that to me or I did that to her, she'd never forgive me. And I just think she was kind of like, oh, whatever, you've been eating chocolate the whole time, so who cares?
How do you think Aaron would get on the house without Faye?
I don't know.
How do you think Faye would get on without Aaron?
I think Faye would be better. I think she'd get on better without Aaron, because it's like she's kind of clinging to him now, and now he's kind of started buttering her up, talking about what's going to happen on the outside.
I know, I'm getting ever so excited.
And her eyes going, oh, you know. But it's weird because, like, I remember when him and Jem were sort of by the thing, brushing their teeth or whatever. It was really weird to see Aaron kind of shrink, because I think that Jem has more testosterone than Aaron. You know, she's standing there, and he was just literally like.
She totally does. She's a man that judges Disney princesses on their work ethic, right? That's not right. No human being should do it. You can't go, I don't like Pocahontas because she's slightly towards communism. You can't do that. That's not what real human beings do.
Okay, what about, let's throw this to you guys. Would we miss Aaron and Jay's little competitiveness, if the rivalry rather, if either of one of those left the house? No?
I
Wouldn't miss it?
No, I like Jane. Aaron's kind of a wimp, and then Faye would probably be better without him. But she's got her sister there. So
would we miss Aaron and Anton's rivalry if either of them left the house?
That's what it's all about at the moment, like them arguing all the time, and they're both playing games, aren't they? Aaron's, I mean, I like Aaron, I like him a lot, but he's more sly, and Anton's, he's a bit of an arrogant pig, actually. He's really cocky about it.
You think Aaron's more sly than Anton? Oh my goodness!
He's had an emotion limiter put on him, like a speed limiter on a car.
Yeah.
He gets to so far, and then all of a sudden the emotion just stops.
Okay.
And that's as far as it goes with him. So he's sly.
Sorry, one sec, guys. We're going to go to Tin. And do you think Jay still has potential as a housemate? Does he have more to give?
Potential. It's an interesting term. I don't know if you potential in what, making gift cards out of pasta. I don't know. Jay, I really like Jay. I think it's a bit like the film Big. You know, there's the mind of a child in the body of a huge man.
Okay.
And he seems very genuine. But yeah, I think possibly. I don't know.
Talking about that huge man, he shaved his head tonight. That old Big Brother party trick. I think we can see it on the monitors here. He's decided to whack his hair off. What do you think this is in reference to? Is this his inner fighter coming out because of everything that's happening? Is it just more airtime because every year somebody shaves their head on Big Brother? Kim,
bored.
You think he's just bored, Shola?
Is there not enough budget for shampoo? Is that what it is?
Kim, what's your thoughts on it?
It is boredom, isn't it? They don't want to entertain themselves, do they? They've never been in a group and say, come on, what can we do? They're a boring bunch, aren't they? Haven't got an idea in their heads, have they?
Bless.
All you see is them sitting there. I mean, do something.
You are about to see them get very creative, actually.
Shaving their heads and dyeing their privates blue.
Tiernan, what do you think Aden is bringing to the house?
Not a lot. I don't think Aden brings very much to the house at all. He's, you know, like I said before, he just follows what other people do.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have a mind of his own, and I'd love him. I like that little speech earlier. We're out, let's have a meeting. We need to, pull down barriers. Right, that's it. You know, I want to send him into war zones. I hope after this he becomes an international peacekeeper.
Well,
be
funnily
beautiful,
enough,
wouldn't it?
talking of him following, after Jay shaved his head, Aden shaved his beard with the same razor. I think we have a little clip of that.
Now he looks about 6 years old.
So, talking about Tiernan talking about Eden kind of following. How do we think Eden would be if Anton left the house? Would he change? Go over here.
Yeah, I think he'd sulk. We were saying last night in bed, weren't we? If that happens.
Mr. and Mrs.
He's just a follower. He'll sulk like a puppy for a couple of days, and then he'll latch on to somebody else.
We kind of saw the sweet side to him with Rebecca. Now we're seeing the kind of bad boy side with Anton, aren't we? And
If
who knows?
If Anton left, it'd be funny if he did that whole thing where he sat outside like, Anton, I love you.
Tiernan, what do you think's on Anton's blueprint for the rest of the
I'd be
series?
fascinated to know. I really want Anton staying because that man is going through a lot of problems right now, and I think it's going to spiral into a situation like The Shining, where he's just sort of bashing down to Anton's here. I expect him to pull up his T-shirt and have a blueprint of the Big Brother house like in Prison Break. There are weird things going on in that head. I'm very excited to see what they are.
You can see the paranoia creeping in as well, can't you?
Well, that's it. He's got his team, but he's not trusting anyone right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to end up with any kind of wolf pack. He's just going to sit in one room by himself, just shuddering until everyone goes away.
Surely Anton has got some positive points.
Do you know what I think? I do think that the people that he likes in the house that he says are his friends, he's quite loyal to them. I think he stuck up for Lou.
He's very loyal to Louise.
He stuck up for Lou when it came to Eden, and he stuck up for Eden when he was sort of talking to Lou and Jay and said, you know, he's young. And I think so the one or two people that he thinks highly of, I think he's quite loyal to them.
And I do think a lot of it is an act with him.
Yeah, very much.
I do.
Yeah.
Although there is a definite slight bit of real arrogance there. Kim, who do you think will go?
Well, as I said, I think that Anton or Arden will go. I suppose either of them will go. That's what I think.
Okay,
and I want to believe that Anton has got a gross inferiority complex. This is why he's trying to act. But I'm not sure. I think he's just a horrible person.
I hope he comes out and says it was all an act. Tiernan, who do you think will go?
I don't want it to be, but I think it's going to be Anton.
Yeah.
Okay, Shola?
I'd like Eden to go, but yeah, sadly it might be Anton.
Who do you think? Anybody not think Anton? Eden! We've got one Eden in the back. Well, one of them will be booted out in 48 hours. And last Friday was Maisie's turn. But things aren't all bad once you leave the bungalow. Jamie took her to fulfil her dream of becoming a TV presenter. I can only say, God help her.
Maisie's got everything a good presenter needs, you know, tidy body, she's under 20, good hair, dubious IQ, always helps.
Right, Maisie, you ready?
Yes!
Right behind, don't shout.
Yeah, I've wanted to be a presenter since I was 10 years old and I couldn't think of anyone better than Jamie to direct me.
On my mark, darling, yeah?
I feel so privileged, so lucky to have him.
Maisie, don't look at me, look at the camera.
Every presenter that I get through my casting couch, through my doors, has to go through the speed presenter test. It's the only way that I can really test their mettle.
You're in a hurricane.
Hurricane Maisie has formed!
I'm obviously using the blue screen technology that I invented. You know, there's no other way.
Peckham riots.
Everybody's looting, you've got old grandma seeing
We're in the jungle.
It's a snake. Jamie, he really did test my abilities, but I think I handled it well, to be honest.
You're the first woman on the moon.
I'm the first woman on the moon. It feels...
In space, no one can hear you scream. Oh, just cut. Right, we're in my natural domain now. We're going to do some news reading.
News broadcasting, well, you know, as you guys know, I don't like to brag, but there's a reason why people think of Kay Burley in the way that they do.
The autocue's your friend. Trust the autocue. The viewers trust you. Action!
Hello, I'm Maisie James and you're watching my tits. Welcome back, applause. It's the news at 10, applause. Now it's time for the weather. It's going to get very wet down south. Jamie was the only one for me. When I saw him directing the other housemates, I thought, that's my man.
I thought I told you to camouflage up. What war do you think you're in? The War of New Look versus River Island?
Well, yeah, being a presenter is dangerous. You know, they've got to be prepared to go where viewers can't and get ready for anything that life can throw at them.
Right, we're in Beirut now. There's troubles all around you. It's a bit scary. Action!
Ah!
It's like when Anthea Turner nearly got her face blown off by a motorbike's arse. Horrific.
There's a sniper shooting. Report!
I'm being careful not to get hit. It's really scary. Ah!
Day of the Jackal, love. Day of the Jackal.
Wow. I mean, Maisie's doing so well, I've decided to really push the envelope.
This field here contains mines, right? You could lose your legs. You won't lose your legs, but you might lose your legs.
Right, so I'm pretending that there's mines on the floor and I'm trying to dodge around them.
Yeah!
It's mine's going off. I'm actually risking my life to report for you guys.
Come on, react! You're in a war zone, lad!
I'm not sure I want to present this much. I might die right now. Jamie has a very distinctive specialist technique, but I think that's what makes him the best.
You know, she's multifaceted, which I think is Welsh for two-faced. Maisie, this is the most important part. We've got to be quiet. We're in the jungle. This is the wildlife section. You could be Terry Nutkins, you could be David Attenborough, you could be Chris Packham. We can but hope, OK? These little fellas are going to come and say hello. You've got to keep talking. Look, Maisie, keep reporting. Look, the little fellas are everywhere, look. Keep talking, Maisie. Every presenter needs versatility. Dermot, Oprah, Letterman, David Dickinson.
Hi, I'm Maisie James, and this is Cash for the Loft. Hi, this is Maisie James, and this is Antiques Mojo.
Cut!
Jamie's really put me through a lot of different presenting situations. I've been in a war zone, done wildlife, done lots of various things, so I think pretty much after this, he's set me up to do anything. I could do anything now. Hello, I'm Maisie James. This is the news at 10. I'm reporting for you guys. There's wind going everywhere. I'm absolutely freezing. First woman on the moon. Absolutely amazing. We're at war zone. There's snipers everywhere. I don't know what else to say. Okay, guys, we're in the riots. Everybody's looting. Hi, I'm Maisie Jones, and this is Bargaining Cunt.
Cut!
Welcome back to Bit on the Side, living the televisual dream of companion reality commissioning. So, I suppose you want to know what's been going on in the house today, don't you? Yes! All right, then. At 11:36 this morning, Big Brother was the bearer of bad news. Penny for your thoughts, Jay? You need the money.
Louise, Tom and Anton each saved a stranded housemate. Therefore winning a luxury shopping budget for the house.
Oh, yay!
However, the remaining stranded housemates escaped, breaking the rules of the task. Housemates have therefore failed the task and will receive an economy shopping budget of £100.
Dickhead proof.
Did you see the look on Alex's face? The poor girl was hoping to get some new hair extensions. I hope they go with the lentils. So, Team Koala have sabotaged any chance of luxury groceries once again. I get the feeling we won't be hearing the last of this.
I'm not laughing anymore. This is fucking ha. You know what I mean? The piss-taking bastards. Simple as.
Due to those 4 people being selfish, who I'll call that collective of 4 people the dickhead crew.
Well, it's kind of a mixed reaction to the news because obviously the Waffle Pussy Pack thing of all kicks off.
There was no sorry from any of the 4. They all pretty much laughing, singing.
Well, Aden seems to have gone all Sesame Street gangster and is like getting quite abusive and threatening and started hitting doors and stuff.
People are dickheads for no reason these days.
Eden will now be known as the notorious B.I.G. bird. Thank you very much. The ever so obvious house divider and the lack of food has some housemates questioning their time in the house. There'll be no show at this rate by next week. Is there anyone who is still enjoying it?
I need to leave this Friday. I need to leave this Friday.
All this negative stuff, right? It's all in your head, right? It's all in your head.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
No one's walking.
I've been here for ages.
No one's gonna go.
I'm done.
No. Well, you want it, but you won't.
Hey, trust me. If I'm not going on Friday, I'm walking. Anyway.
No, you aren't. I can tell you that straight.
Okay.
No one is walking. No one is going to school.
Okay. I'm not enjoying it anymore. Not one bit. Not one bit.
No, I'm not enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it all, mate. I want to be out now. I really do. Hand on me heart, I can honestly say one
1000%. None of this reverse fucking psychology. No. I'm really fucking wanting to be away, mate. Shit.
I'm enjoying myself. I like it. Yeah.
He's loving all the drama, and I'm loving him loving all the drama. And finally, we thought we'd seen the end of it, but the house's very own Tony Hart has been at the arts and crafts again.
Lou, there's your beer. Thanks for the tuna. So I made you a rose.
Thank you. That's so lovely. Can you put some butter on this?
Louise is obviously a girl who likes to be buttered up. Now, unless you really haven't been paying attention, you'll know that Aaron, Aden, Anton, Faye and Jay all face eviction this Friday. Now it's your time to save your fave.
Who steers? You decide. To see if Aaron call 09016161701. To see if Aden call 09016161702. To see if Anton call 09016161704. To see if Fear call 09016161705. To see if Jeer call 09016161708. Calls cost 36p from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may vary, and from mobiles will cost considerably more. Or simply go to our page on Facebook, Big Brother UK, and follow the links. There's a minimum Facebook credit purchase of £1. One vote on Facebook will cost no more than 7p. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BBVote. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Emma.
Hi. Now, I hear that I missed a brilliant impression at the weekend.
Yeah, you did.
Any chance that I could get to hear it?
All right. It's of Louise.
It's
just
of
to clear
Louise.
things up.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not shady with wine.
Yeah?
What's that for?
It's as close as I can get my face to look like her face.
Your face is never going to look like her face, because she is beautiful.
That is charming, that is.
We do. I'm just a normal girl.
I'm just a normal girl.
And I take it that's when she's had some wine, because her eyes do go a little bit
Yeah.
fluttery.
Or normally.
No.
Nah.
Not normally.
Right.
What's been going on in the house?
Well, you saw over there
Jay.
Shaving
his head.
Getting done.
Yes.
And that was, Louise offered to do his hair, and then it progressively got worse and worse until Jay done this.
Oh, okay.
I made a mess of it.
So that's what she did?
Yeah.
Have I?
No.
I haven't. I feel dead bad.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He kind of suits a shaved head.
Yeah. So don't worry, he hasn't done it, Brittany.
Oh, I'm not worrying.
He's but
not
he's
worrying at all.
He's yeah.
We
good.
want questions for nominees, don't we?
Yes, please. If you could give me your questions for nominees after the show, that'd be really useful.
And we're going to take them up to Big Brother, and they're going to ask them
Speak 'em in
for
the
you
diary
guys.
room.
Henry, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Now, I believe Kim is having issues with security, Henry.
I knew she would.
Yes, love. Well, to be honest with you, it's a personal question, really, Kim. How'd you get wee stains out of a sofa?
Why are you thinking of weeing, dear?
Well, I don't know whether you've been following this, Kim, but I have got a slight issue with me. I've got a urine infection, lots of urine infections,
I've heard
and
all
I got a
about
bit of
it.
a weak bladder, and so that leads to spillages.
Right. Well, if you spill your... Oh, and it disgusts... What things I do for a living. Now, you take a towel, my love.
Yes.
You put it in cold water.
Right.
Leave it fairly moist.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it on the pea, you dirty little devil. On the pea. And then you stamp on it.
Oh, his stomping's getting me excited.
Then he's peeing. And then you find it, then you do it again.
Oh, God, bloody hell! Oh, God, God, Lord, Jesus, oh, my God! Oh, get a towel! Someone get a towel. Someone get a tip
Yeah,
towel.
Jersey, let's stop. Oh, for goodness sake.
We do warn them, you know, but they just can't resist this fur a little face. And on that note, thank you to all of my guests and, of course, our delightful audience. Join me tomorrow when Kim will be back alongside Luke Marsden, comedian Des Park.